Okay, so one last go. Look, if Streamlabs doesn't stay up this time, I'll just have to restart the PC. So anyway, we've got our autopilot program. Lovely, we're in nav mode. So what I'll do is I'm just going to keep Streamlabs like open in the background, just in case it just disappears again. Really weird. Anyway, the plane is set up. We are taxiing. We are taxiing to the runway here at St Maarten. It's really annoying. Like every single week, this has been absolutely flawless. Like we were at the point where the stream was super reliable, and I wasn't getting any weird crashes or anything. Streamlabs has updated, and for some reason it like it crashes when you minimize it now. So there we go, lesson learned. I will just keep it open in the background, guys. So anyway, autopilot is set up. We are on the runway here at St Maarten. Lovely. So shall we try and get off this runway, guys? Here we are. Luckily it is fairly quiet today. So the wind here is it's pretty deadly at St Maarten. The crosswinds tend to get a little bit insane the faster you go. As you can see, we are all over the place here, guys. Literally all over the place on the runway, to the extent we are almost on the taxiway as we take off there. Absolutely crazy crosswinds. Okay, we're gonna go autopilot mode. Lovely. There we are. As we depart from St Maarten there, guys. Fingers crossed Streamlabs will stay up. Now, I have no idea, literally no idea why it crashed when I minimized it then, but fingers crossed it will stay up. All looks well at the moment. Happy days. That will not happen again, I tell you. So we are off the runway at St Maarten. Luckily the crash didn't happen. Luckily the crash didn't happen during like halfway through our flight there, thankfully. So we're in the air. Our nav mode has been activated. You can see here that it will follow the line. It will follow the line there down to St Barths. So let's take in this passenger view here. There we are, lovely. As we leave St Maarten in the Caribbean. Fantastic. So it's a fairly short trip today over to St Barths, but the challenging part here is going to be the landing. I have no idea if I can land this plane at this airport, but we will find out, guys. We will see. Fingers crossed for that. So the approach at St Barths, if you haven't seen it, the approach is essentially, it's like over a really steep hill. So there's the runway, and then there's a really steep hill just before it. So you kind of have to dive, just take the throttles off and just dive completely down towards the runway there. So it's going to be an interesting experience for sure. I'm looking forward to it. So the wind at St Maarten, like in the last couple of weeks, has been mad. The crosswinds have been absolutely insane here. So it's going to be an interesting experience trying to land the plane. Guys, I hope the stream looks okay at the moment. I hope it looks fine now. Like I say, fingers crossed that it will stay up now. At least the sim didn't crash. We got past the sim crashes, so that's something. There we go, lovely. So while we are once we are cruising, guys, I'll do like a quick cabin tour of this Cessna 172. There is not a lot to see, but it's quite a well-made aircraft, considering it's a default aircraft here. So we are now at 1500 feet. Lovely. Going to back those throttles off. Cool. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, this default Cessna, you do get like a fully modelled cabin. So that's quite nice, isn't it? There we go. Lovely. I might set that up as one of my views. There we go. So we've got two perfectly beautifully modelled sort of back seats here. So if you want, there we go, you can sit in the back of your plane. You can sit in the back of your plane and just watch the world go by there, guys. Happy days. So yeah, this Cessna is really well modelled for a default plane. So why am I flying the default Cessna and like not one of the Caronado models, or not one of the Reality Enhancement Pack models? So the thing is with those, with the payware Cessna 172s, is that it's basically like owning an aircraft. So you have to do the walk around before you start the plane. Like if you damage the battery, you can damage the battery in the plane, and that damage is persistent. And it's basically like having one of those payware Cessnas is like buying an aircraft. Like you have to maintain it. Whereas using the default, like it still has all the systems, it still has the G1000 and that kind of thing. So your default Cessna still has all the systems, but it's much more like just renting an aircraft. So you'll turn up, at the airfield, like the aircraft is fueled, all you have to do is start it and fly it, and that is all you have to do with the default Cessnas. And I feel like that's much more fun. Like you don't have to balance the fuel between the tanks before you start the aircraft up. Like it's been fueled and it's there ready to go. So for me, like the default Cessna, the default Baron are sort of my kind of thing. You turn up, start it, fly it. It's still got all the nice cabin, the nice textures. It's got those beautiful F-mod sounds. So you know, it still has all the good stuff that the payware aircraft have. But sort of less of the hassle. So I'm a big fan of the default aircraft, the default propeller aircraft in X-Plane. So let's see where we are. So that is the island of St Barths coming into view there. It is coming into view there off our nose. So what we'll do is, as we approach the island, we're going to take a right turn towards it. We're going to start hand flying the aircraft, take a right turn, and there's a very handy cruise ship that is positioned like pointing directly at the runway. So, you know, hopefully that cruise ship should point us in the right direction towards the runway at St Barths today. It's an absolutely terrifying approach. No idea if I'm going to make it, but I do hope you enjoy the show all the same. Again, guys, apologies for those issues at the start there, but if you like what you see, drop us a like. And if you want to see more, hopefully no crashes. If you want to see more content, drop us a subscribe. A little notification will pop up. That would be amazing, guys. Thank you. So we do have Nightbot in here today. He should pop his little commands in any second now. There we go, lovely. So here we are. This is the island of St Barths approaching now, guys. That is the famous cruise ship off our nose, which will point us towards the runway. So at this point now, what we do is I'm going to disconnect the autopilot here. There we go. Autopilot disconnected. I'm going to drop the throttles to our flap extension speed of 85 knots. As I just start making a turn towards that cruise ship there. Come on, slow down, slow down. There we go. 87, 86, 85 knots. We're going to get the flaps up, guys. There we go. Put half throttle on, and we're going to start flying the plane. So what we're aiming for here is we are aiming for that cruise ship over there. It's beautiful scenery. It's a damn shame about the weather today. But here we go. So this is obviously a visual approach here onto St Barths, and at St Maarten. We're also going to take a visual approach onto there. I don't think there's an ILS at St Maarten, but you know, it doesn't really matter because we're in a very small Cessna here. So We are hand flying visual approaches to both airports today, guys. Next stream we are back in the big airliners. Next stream we're taking the Airbus A350, the Flight Factor Airbus A350. It's an absolutely beautiful plane with so many buttons to press. We're taking the Flight Factor 350 from, I believe we're taking it from Madeira Airport, and we are taking it into Gibraltar. So we're doing the famous Gibraltar approach. The week after that, we're taking it back from Gibraltar to Madeira, which should be really good fun because they're challenging approaches. But the A350 is such an easy plane to land. It's such a beautiful plane to land. It's really nice to fly. So that should be quite good fun. Also going to start streaming twice weekly in a couple of weeks, starting off with a couple of bonus streams. So once we do start our twice weekly streams, that'll start off with bonus streams like the Sega Airline Pilots game we'll be streaming, and then we'll be streaming X-Plane twice weekly over the summer holidays, which should be pretty cool. So here we go, we've lined up with the cruise ship here, guys. Gonna go to half throttle for our final approach. Okay, and guys, if you stuck with me during that, during those small issues at the start there, thank you very much. It will be worthwhile just to watch this insane approach here into St Barths. Crosswinds today are not too bad. I've had far worse crosswinds when I've been practicing this approach. But there's like no guarantee of success today. So keep your fingers crossed for me, guys. Keep your fingers crossed as we try and land this aircraft here. So this scenery for St Barths is the freeware scenery. It needed a bit of tweaking. Like for some reason it put like a TK Maxx building in the sea. No idea why. So I've removed all the buildings that aren't meant to be there, and we have this quite nice scenery for St Barths here, guys. You can see that roads. We're going to come in over the road. Here we are. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to drop that throttle back now, guys. And we're going to start diving over the hill now. There we go. Come on, down. You do not want, you don't really want a long landing here because there is the sea at the end of the runway. There we go. Okay, we're down, guys. We are down. Welcome to St Barths. Happy days. So let's roll off the flaps. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the flaps into landing configuration. We're going to vacate the runway here, guys. We've filed a return flight plan. So our flight plan for our return is already in the system on VATSIM. We just need to do a couple of things to the aircraft. Before we can head for runway 10. And we can take off again. So let's get the parking brake on. What we'll do is we're going to take in the replays for both landings at the end of the stream. So there we are. Welcome to St Barths, guys, one of the scariest airports to land at in the world. So all we need to do here is pop back to our flight deck here. And I want to pop vertical speed mode back on. We're going to pop that back up to 600 feet per minute, and I'm going to pop my nav mode back on. So you can see on our GPS there, it's got St Maarten set as our next destination. So there we are. Sweet. We are ready, guys. Let us head out to runway 10. and we will depart St Barths for St Maarten for our return trip, guys. There we go. I do hope you liked the landing there. I think this is the runway here. Pretty sure. If we can, there we go. This is the runway. Lovely. We can avoid getting lost at the airport. So we're going to just backtrack down this runway here, guys. Backtrack down the runway. Just terrain slightly odd, like there's a big old bump in the runway there, but whatever. Again, this is photo scenery for St Barths and St Maarten. None of that nasty default scenery here, guys. There we go. Okay, let's backtrack down here and let us turn round. Let us turn round at the end of the runway. You can see how close we are. You can see how close we are to the sea here. I mean, look at that. If you make a mistake on this runway, you are going into the sea. Okay, let's swing the plane round. Here we go, guys. Just taxi up this hill. Lovely. Alright. It is time to return to St Maarten, guys. Let's make sure our flaps are set. They are. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready here? So, let's go. Get half throttle on here, guys. Yeah, we're going to have to clear that big old hill when we take off here. It's going to be pretty scary. Yeah, all over the place. That wind as you are leaving the runway is just absolutely mad. Let's see if we can rotate here. We can. We need to climb very steeply, guys. We need to clear this mountain, this hill. It feels like a mountain, but it is just a hill. There we go. We are clear. Going to fly out for a little bit here. Lovely. Let's pop that autopilot on now. And we skirt very close to these hills, guys. As we pass them, as we leave St Barths to St Maarten. Very close indeed. It's pretty scary. As there we go. As takeoffs go, it's a very scary landing there, and it's an even scarier takeoff at St Barths as well. Okay, so we are heading out now up to 1,500 feet. Up to 1,500 feet, and cruising towards St Maarten again. Cool. As we leave the island of St Barths behind. There it is. Absolutely beautiful scenery here. Beautiful scenery here in the Caribbean today. But like I say, next stream we'll be back in the Airbus, flying the A350. So we'll see nothing but clouds at 40,000 feet. Awesome. Okay, there we go. Climb is looking good. Nav is looking good. Let's keep going here. Lovely. Guys, if you have any questions, probably lost a few viewers while that stupid Streamlabs was resetting. But if you have any questions, just pop them down in the chat box and I will get to them. So Andre, how was my day, dude? My day has been alright so far. I got up pretty late, to be honest. Like I got up, cleaned the flat, and then I started flying planes. It's been okay. There we go. There's some nice traffic off our nose there on approach. On approach to St Barths. Have you finished your? Is your school finished now, Andre? Is that it? Are you done now? That's an airliner there, guys. That is an airliner behind us. I have no idea where he's going. I guess he's just left St Maarten. There we go. View do we want? Yeah, we'll take that one. So yeah, day's been pretty cool, Andre. Pretty cool. Apart from Streamlabs letting me down, it's been pretty good, man. The landing was good, so you know, that's made me happy. We landed it at St Barths, so yeah, my day is getting better, I guess. My day is getting better now. You're studying for your finals, there's 3 more weeks left. Cool. So, I'm sure you will be fine. I'm sure you will absolutely nail them, dude. 3 weeks, so you sit those end of June, early July, right? Cool. And then that's it. You have your summer holidays, and so do I. That's you know, I'm looking like all my students have passed now. All my students have passed. I am looking forward very much to my holidays. So yeah, it'll be great. Can start streaming more often, and yeah, very much looking forward to the holidays, dude. Nice, nice. It's going to be good. It's going to be a nice summer of flying planes. Hopefully, streaming a little bit more often. And you get your results on the 4th of July. Wow, no way, man. That's really early. It's really early. Let me know how you get on. Pop in and let me know how you get on, dude. That would be awesome. But like I say, I'm absolutely sure you will be fine. I have some students sitting an exam on Monday. So you know, I'm also wishing those guys the best as well. It's that time of year. It's that time of year, man, when everybody has their like their college finals or their high school exams. But at least you get to relax after that, you know. At least it's pretty chill after that in the summer. Okay, so how close are we, and where is the airport? So there we go. We'll just pop the range out on our nav here. So the airport is, cheers Andre, so the airport is just off our nose there. It sort of runs, it's running across us at the moment, runway 10 and 28. Runway 10 is the one over the beach, it's that famous approach over the beach, so that should be quite interesting to look at as well, as we approach St Maarten here. Cool. Such nice scenery. Like the weather is okay. I mean, at least we are below the clouds. We're not above the clouds, so at least we can see the scenery. I'm thankful that the winds today are much better than they have been all week. And yeah, pretty good flying conditions all around here, guys. We are going to do more flights in the Cessna as well. We're going to do some more flights in the 172, some flights in the UK. So, like I say, I don't know how much you guys saw of that sort of setup at the start with the Streamlabs issues, but we're going to do many Cessna flights. So you guys will get to learn the G1000 and sort of get to learn the systems on this plane as well. Over the next few weeks, the next few flights. Okay, we should be able to see the airport. There it is. So what we're going to do is, when we get to sort of this mountain here, we're going to go into heading mode, and we're going to sort of fly right base out towards the airport, out from the airport, and then back towards it. Don't think there is anybody approaching or anything like that at the moment, which is cool. Happy days. I was practicing this the other day, and I was on final, and then like an airliner came in behind me, so I had to quickly move out the way. As is, that's just life when you're flying on VATSIM. Sometimes a big old 737 comes along and you just have to move out the way. So what we'll do here is I'm going to dial in a heading of about there. We'll go into heading mode here, guys. Yeah, we'll want a heading of about 2728 if we want to fly alongside the runway. Oh, what are you doing? There we go. It's very hard to manipulate these dials, like with the aircraft moving around. So if you press the button in the middle, it will just reset. So yeah, there we go. So we should have the airport sort of roughly off to our right. There it is. So we're flying adjacent to St Maarten Airport now, guys. I'm gonna pop a few degrees to the right, actually. There we go. So we're gonna fly heading 28. There we go, lovely. So we'll fly out for a little bit. We'll turn round. And we'll fly a final over the beach into St Maarten. Awesome. So it's much harder landing an airliner here than it is a propeller plane. Like a propeller plane, you can pretty much just fly it onto the runway. You can literally fly the plane all the way down to the tarmac and only drop the throttles at about like 2 feet off the ground or so. In an airliner, obviously the approach is much more difficult. We've got some traffic vectoring for runway 10. I'll see how far out he is. I can't see the traffic. There is some traffic around here somewhere. We will see. We'll see if we can get him before him. We will see. So I'm going to disconnect the autopilot. Going to make our right turn now towards the airport. And if we have to move out the way, we have to move out the way, guys. But hopefully we won't. Lovely. He says I should be fine. ETA is about 10 minutes. Cool. I will take it. We'll go in first. We will fly in. We'll fly in first, guys. There we go. Airport is just to our right. There it is. Lovely. Happy days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the deceleration done here. Get us down to 85 knots. Once we're at 85, we'll pop the throttles back up, get the flaps up. 85 knots, there we go. Cool, very cool. Okay, let's start flying this plane, guys. So I'm going to take a left turn. Left turn to line us up with the runway there. Let's fly out for a little bit. There we are, cool. So keep descending here, keep descending onto the runway. There we are. I won't need as much luck here as I needed at St Barths. But we got an acceptable landing, which I think is okay. I will take it, guys. Like Paro last week, 300 feet a minute. I'll take 200 and something feet per minute at St Barths. So I didn't think it was worth like updating Flylive at the top. It obviously has our altitude, our vertical speed and that kind of thing, which is all good. I didn't think it was worth updating the destination when we arrived at St Barths. It's all good. Especially with Streamlabs behaving the way it is, I didn't want to risk it. Okay, so it says we are high. I mean, we're going to have a long landing, like. But then we are in a Cessna, so we've got all the runway to play with. We won't have to go round here, hopefully. That 747 behind us is still 5-10 minutes away. He should be absolutely fine, I hope. So we've got a minor crosswind off our nose, but nothing to really worry about. Just point her down to the runway here. Remember guys, you can always go around. But fingers crossed here. Fingers crossed. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. It's all good. Tell him we're on final. Okay, we'll get down here guys, just so we can come in over the fence there, over the beach. See, the crosswinds have picked up a tiny bit, but we're just going to gently fly her down onto the runway here guys. No need to fall out the sky, we've got lots of room to play with. Lots of room to play with here guys. There we go! One butter landing, 97 feet per minute at St Maarten. Happy days. Okay, let's roll off these flaps guys. Beautiful. Beautiful, I'm happy with that. Okay. Let's roll off these flaps and we will vacate the runway and we'll find ourselves somewhere to park. Okay. Once we're clear, we'll tell the traffic we are clear. There we go, he's on approach. We might be able to watch this guy land. That would be kind of cool. There we go, lovely. We'll tell him we're clear. I'm going to take a right turn here, and we'll just sort of randomly park up. Right in front of the terminal, I think. See if we can see that guy on final. No, not quite. Okay, cool. Okay, as we are on the apron, just pop a left turn. Park right in front of the terminal because it's quiet, so why not? There we are. Lovely! Welcome guys to Princess Juliana International at St Maarten. Get the brakes on. Set our parking brake. Happy days. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There we go. Airport St Maarten. Okay, I'm just going to see if we can see this. If we can see this 747 landing here. Here he comes. There we go, guys. We get to watch the 747 land as well. How about that, eh? How about that? We'll watch this guy come in, and then we'll take in our replays at St Maarten and St Barths. We'll take in both of those replays there. But we'll just watch this 747 come in for now. See if we can pop the view up. Zooming out maybe a little bit. He is. He looks quite low. He looks quite low, guys. Can we get a tower view? No, okay, we'll go back to our view. It's fine. Here he comes. Here comes with the. Here comes the big 747 here. He looks so low, man. He looks ridiculously low. But is he down? Did he like go through the fence, or did he make it? Who knows? And there we go, 747. It's a very early touchdown for him. 747 is down. There we go, guys. Okay, so let's disconnect from Squawk Box here. There we are. It is replay time, guys. So we'll toggle replay mode. Where are we? We want a little bit further along the map. We'll do the St Maarten landing first, and then we will do St Barths. Okay, here we come. A little bit further forward than that. Can we get a runway view? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay, here we come. Over the beach. Nice, nice long landing there, guys. There we go. Butter smooth, guys, onto the tarmac at St Maarten. Sweet. So let's should we see what the passengers thought? Let's see what the passengers thought about landing as we head over the beach again. There we go. Nice gentle glide onto the runway here, which is pretty awesome. And a nice gentle touchdown, even better. Okay, so let's check out our St Barths landing, guys. Where do we want to go back to? I'm going to go back to about here. There we go. This looks like, this looks like the St Barths approach to me. So we'll go out to runway view. Here we go. And here we come, guys. Here we come onto the landing at St Barths. Again, ever so slightly high. I tend to fly this thing quite high. Airliners I fly really low, but like the Cessnas and the props, I tend to fly in quite high because I know I have so much runway to play with. There we go. Oh, slightly more interesting landing there at St Barths. There we are. Let's check this out once more. What a beautiful approach it is. Absolutely stunning scenery here. There we go. Nice, nice. Pretty good. It's pretty tidy, actually. Not as high as it looked. Not as high as it looked over that hill there. Slightly to the right, slightly to the right. I just wanted to get her down. Yeah, there we go. That is okay. That is okay, guys. And you see that guy doesn't have much of a view. So we'll do one more replay, guys. One more replay of this St Barths landing. And then I will leave you until Friday next week at 1 PM UTC, where we will be flying the Airbus A350 from Madeira to Gibraltar. And then the week after that, we are going to do the trip back the other way. But guys, apologies again for those issues at the start, but I'm so glad I could entertain you with some half decent landings today on these hairy approaches. There we go. So guys, thank you so much for your time today, and remember, you can always go around. Take care.